Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of US state quarter dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we are diving into a fascinating story from the United States of America. A story that begins with a simple state quarter from the year 2015, but leads us into the thrilling world of rarity, errors, and surprising value. We are talking about the Kisatchie quarter, part of the America the Beautiful series, a coin that at first looks ordinary, but could actually turn into a life-changing discovery if you happen to find the right one. So sit back and listen closely, because this is the kind of story every coin lover will want to hear. The Kisatchie quarter was released in 2015 as part of the program that honored national parks and sites across the country. This particular design celebrated Kisatchie National Forest in Louisiana, a place known for its beauty, wildlife, and incredible biodiversity. The design shows a wild turkey in flight, with the forest in the background, a scene that captures the spirit of the region perfectly. On the other side of the coin, as with all quarters, you will find the profile of George Washington. At first glance, it might seem like just another modern quarter you could get as change in a store, but the truth is, not every quarter is created equal. Collectors know that small details can turn an everyday coin into a rare gem. In the case of the Kisatchie quarter, there are a few things that make certain pieces very special. One of the biggest factors is condition. Most of these coins went directly into circulation, tossed around in pockets, purses, and cash registers, which means they quickly developed scratches, marks, and wear. But if you find one in pristine, uncirculated condition, it immediately becomes more desirable. Add to that coins that were struck at special mints for collectors, and you already have something more valuable than pocket change. But where things get even more exciting is with minting errors. Errors happen when something goes wrong in the coin production process, and while the government tries to prevent them, a few slip through. These errors can include off-center strikes, double dies, missing details, or unusual metal flaws. To an untrained eye, they may look like mistakes, but to collectors, they are treasures. A quarter with a dramatic error is not just unique. It is one of a kind, and that uniqueness drives the value higher and higher. The Kisatchie quarter has become known among collectors for a number of such rare variations. Some examples include doubling in the details of the wild turkey's feathers, slight misalignments of the design, or striking inconsistencies that make the coin look unusual compared to regular issues. Each of these quirks turns a coin that might otherwise be worth 25 cents into a collector's prize that people are willing to pay serious money for. Think about it like this. Millions of quarters are produced every year, but only a handful have these rare traits. That makes them modern treasures hiding in plain sight, possibly even sitting in your change jar at home. The thrill of checking coins one by one, looking for those subtle differences, is what makes the hobby of coin collecting so addictive and exciting. Every coin tells a story, and every rare coin discovered feels like uncovering a piece of hidden history. Now here comes the part that everyone is waiting for, the value reveal. While most Kisatchie quarters will always remain worth just 25 cents, a very special few, those in flawless condition or with extraordinary mint errors, have been sold for incredible amounts at auctions and private sales. In fact, one of these rare Kisatchie state quarters from 2015 has reached an astounding value of $82,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $82,000 for a single quarter. It is hard to believe that a coin most people would overlook could carry such worth, but that is the beauty of this hobby. Rare coins hide in the most unexpected places, and sometimes all it takes is a careful eye to spot the treasure. So if you ever come across a Kisatchie quarter, make sure to check it carefully. It might just be the discovery of a lifetime. Top 2, we are looking at one of the most talked about modern coins from the United States of America, a coin that has fascinated collectors for years. We are talking about the 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter, a coin that might look ordinary to most people, but carries a story of rarity, mistakes, and incredible value. So grab your seat and listen carefully, because this coin is proof that even a small piece of pocket change can hold a secret worth a fortune. The Wisconsin quarter was part of the famous 50 state quarters program, one of the most popular coin series in United States history. This program ran from 1999 through 2008 and celebrated each of the 50 states with a unique design on the back of the quarter. When the Wisconsin coin was released in 2004, it proudly displayed images connected to the state's farming heritage. The design shows a cow, a wheel of cheese, and an ear of corn, representing Wisconsin's well-known title as America's Dairyland. On the front, as with all state quarters, is the portrait of George Washington. Now at first, this design seemed straightforward, but the story of the Wisconsin quarter became famous because of something unusual. Some of these coins have small but important differences that make them extremely rare. Specifically, the difference is found on the ear of corn. Most Wisconsin quarters show the corn leaf in a normal way, but a few of them show an extra leaf or a slightly altered detail on the corn husk. These unusual versions quickly caught the attention of collectors, who realized they were looking at one of the most interesting modern mint errors in the entire state quarter program. What makes this so exciting is that the extra leaf error is not just a random scratch or damage. It was created during the minting process, which means the variation is authentic and not something caused by wear and tear after circulation. The discovery of this variation created a buzz in the coin community. Suddenly, people all over the country began searching through their change, hoping to find a Wisconsin quarter with the rare extra leaf. It was like a modern-day treasure hunt, and to this day, these error coins remain some of the most sought-after quarters from the entire series. Collectors place a high value on rarity, and when rarity is combined with a popular series like the state quarters, demand skyrockets. Most quarters from this program are worth just 25 cents, but when you add in an error like the Wisconsin extra leaf, the story changes completely. Condition is another key factor. A coin that has been preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition will always be worth far more than one that has been heavily used. The best examples are those graded by professional services, where even tiny details are carefully examined before assigning a grade. High-grade examples of the Wisconsin error quarters are what bring in the highest prices at auctions and sales. What makes these coins so fascinating is how ordinary they appear at first glance. Imagine finding one in your pocket change and not realizing it could be worth thousands of dollars. That is why collectors love this hobby. It combines history, artistry, and the thrill of the hunt. Every coin has a story, and the Wisconsin quarter story is one of discovery and excitement. Over the years, the Wisconsin quarter with the extra leaf variation has become a legendary example of how mistakes at the mint can create treasures for collectors. While millions of standard Wisconsin quarters exist, only a small fraction have this rare feature, making them unique gems hiding among common coins. And the value continues to amaze people, because serious collectors are always willing to pay a premium for coins that are both scarce and famous in the hobby. What is a coin like this really worth? While an ordinary Wisconsin quarter is still just worth 25 cents, a rare error version in excellent condition can fetch astonishing sums. And in the most remarkable cases, one of these special state quarters has been valued at an incredible $79,000. Yes, $79,000 for a single quarter. It almost sounds unbelievable, but that is the magic of numismatics. A coin many people would overlook in their daily lives has the potential to change someone's future. That is why collectors always keep their eyes open and why every coin lover should pay attention to details others might ignore. Top 3, we are taking a closer look at a beautiful piece from the United States of America, the Nevada State Quarter from the year 2006. At first glance, it might look like just another coin you'd get in your change, but this quarter carries a fascinating story of design, history, and in some cases, jaw-dropping value. So stick with me until the very end, because you are about to discover just how much one of these coins could really be worth. The Nevada State Quarter was released as part of the famous 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008 and became one of the most popular coin programs in American history. Each state was given a chance to showcase its unique identity on the back of the quarter, and Nevada's design perfectly captures the spirit of the Silver State. The coin shows 3 wild Mustangs running free across the desert, surrounded by sagebrush, with the rising sun in the background. Above the horses are the words, "The Silver State," a reminder of Nevada's rich mining history and its nickname earned from the discovery of silver deposits in the 19th century. On the front, as with all state quarters, is the profile of George Washington, the first president of the United States. While this coin is beautiful in its own right, what truly makes it exciting for collectors are the rare variations and errors that sometimes appear. You see, millions of Nevada quarters were minted for circulation, and the vast majority are still only worth 25 cents. But every now and then, a mistake in the minting process creates a rare error coin, and those are the ones collectors dream of finding. Errors can include double die strikes, off-center strikes, die cracks, or unusual metal flaws. Each error makes the coin unique, and uniqueness is what drives up the price in the collecting world. One of the fascinating things about error coins is how small the difference can be. A tiny doubling of a letter, a slight misalignment in the design, or even a faint crack across the surface can transform a common coin into a treasure worth thousands of dollars. With the Nevada quarter, some rare examples have been discovered with striking inconsistencies in the details of the Mustangs and the rays of the sun. Others show unusual features caused by the pressure of the minting machines. To the average person, these differences might go unnoticed, but to a coin collector with a sharp eye, they are clear signs of rarity. Condition is another important factor. Coins that have circulated heavily tend to lose their shine, pick up scratches, and become worn down. But an uncirculated Nevada quarter, one that has been carefully preserved since the day it left the mint, can be worth far more. Collectors especially seek out coins graded by professional services, which can confirm the exact condition and rarity of a piece. A high-grade Nevada quarter with a rare error becomes a prized possession, the kind of coin that sparks bidding wars at auctions. Think about the thrill of finding one of these coins. You could be sorting through a jar of change, flipping through rolls of quarters from the bank, or even checking your pocket after buying a cup of coffee, and suddenly you notice something unusual. That small discovery could lead to a coin that changes your life. This is why the hobby of coin collecting is so exciting. It combines history, art, and the thrill of treasure hunting, all wrapped up in something as small as a quarter. The Nevada State Quarter tells a story of freedom, nature, and heritage through its design, but it also represents opportunity for those who pay attention to the details. While most people see only a coin, collectors see the possibility of rarity. And when rarity and demand meet, value climbs to incredible heights. Now, here is the moment you have been waiting for, the value reveal. While the majority of Nevada quarters will always remain worth only their face value, the rarest examples with unique minting errors and preserved in pristine condition have reached extraordinary heights. One such Nevada State quarter has been valued at an astonishing $77,000. Yes, $77,000 for a single quarter. It is almost unbelievable, but it proves that hidden treasures can be found in the most ordinary places. So next time you come across a Nevada State quarter, take a closer look. You never know what kind of treasure might be sitting right in the palm of your hand. For we are exploring a quarter that tells an amazing story of history, culture, and the thrill of collecting. We are talking about the United States of America State Quarter Dollar from Louisiana, released in the year 2002. At first, it might seem like just another coin from the well-loved 50 State Quarters program. But some special versions of this coin have turned out to be worth an astonishing amount of money. So stay tuned until the end, because you'll want to hear exactly how much this coin can be worth. The Louisiana State Quarter was part of the program that ran from 1999 to 2008, celebrating each state with its own design. Louisiana's coin is rich in symbolism and history. On the reverse, the design features a pelican, the state bird, standing proudly. Beside it is an outline of the state itself, along with a trumpet, musical notes, and the words Louisiana Purchase. This design celebrates not only Louisiana's cultural identity, but also its role in one of the most important events in American history, the Louisiana Purchase of 1803, when the United States bought a massive amount of land from France, doubling the size of the young nation. On the obverse, as always, we see the portrait of George Washington. But while the design is meaningful and artistic, what excites collectors most are the rare variations and minting errors that can be found. Millions of Louisiana quarters were minted for circulation, and the majority will always be worth their face value of 25 cents. Yet, every so often, Mistakes during the minting process create coins that stand apart from the rest. These errors might include double die strikes where parts of the design look doubled, off-center strikes where the images are shifted, die cracks that leave unusual lines across the coin, or even problems with the metal itself. To the casual spender, these may look like imperfections, but to a collector, they represent rare treasures. Some Louisiana quarters have shown doubling in the details of the trumpet or the musical notes, while others display misalignments in the outline of the state. There are also examples with unusual surface flaws that add to their uniqueness. These small differences create coins that are truly one of a kind, and collectors are always eager to pay high prices for them. Condition is another vital factor. A Louisiana quarter that has circulated through countless pockets and purses will usually show scratches and wear. But a coin that has been preserved in uncirculated condition, with its original shine and no signs of damage, is far more valuable. Collectors often send such coins to professional grading services, where experts assign a grade that reflects their exact condition. High-grade examples of rare error Louisiana quarters can fetch eye-popping prices. Think about the excitement of finding one of these coins. You might be rolling up spare change, buying something at a store, or digging through an old collection, and suddenly you notice something unusual on a Louisiana quarter. That little detail could be the difference between a regular coin and a once-in-a-lifetime discovery worth thousands. This is exactly why coin collecting is such a captivating hobby. It combines history, art, and the thrill of the hunt. The Louisiana quarter also stands out because of its design connection to the state's cultural richness. Louisiana is famous for jazz, for its pelicans, and for the Louisiana Purchase that shaped the nation. All of that is packed into one small piece of metal. Add in the chance of rare mint errors, and you have a coin that appeals to both history lovers and serious collectors. Now let's talk about what everyone is waiting for, the value reveal. While most Louisiana quarters will remain worth only their face value, the rarest examples with unique minting errors and preserved in pristine condition can reach remarkable prices. In fact, one extraordinary Louisiana state quarter has been valued at an impressive $75,000. Yes, $75,000 for a single quarter. That is the kind of discovery that can change someone's life and the reason why collectors continue to search so carefully through their coins. So next time you come across a Louisiana quarter, take a closer look. You never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight. Top 5, we are focusing on a unique piece from the United States of America, the Guam State Quarter released in 2009. At first glance, it may look like just another coin from the State and Territory Quarters program. But some of these pieces have turned out to be far more special than anyone expected. So stay with me all the way through, because by the end you'll discover how a single Guam quarter can be worth a small fortune. The Guam quarter was part of the special extension to the 50 State Quarters program, created to honor Washington, D.C. and the U.S. territories. This coin holds an important place in history because it was issued not for a state, but for an island territory located in the western Pacific Ocean. Guam is known for its strategic importance, rich culture, and beautiful landscapes, and the design of the quarter proudly highlights that heritage. And on the reverse, you can see an outline map of the island, a flying prow, which is a traditional sailing vessel, and a latte stone, an ancient Chamorro architectural feature. These symbols connect the coin to the culture and history of Guam. The obverse side carries the familiar portrait of George Washington, reminding us of the consistency across the entire program. But it is not just the design that makes this coin attractive. What truly excites collectors is the potential for rarity and error varieties. You see, millions of Guam quarters were produced in 2009, but not all of them are identical. In the world of coin collecting, even the smallest differences can turn an everyday piece into something extraordinary. Minting errors are one of the most fascinating parts of the hobby. These mistakes can include doubling in the design, off-center strikes where the images are shifted to one side, die cracks that leave unusual raised lines, or missing details caused by worn dies. Each error is unique, and that uniqueness drives up collector interest and value. With the Guam quarter, some collectors have reported examples with slight doubling in the lettering or unusual marks in the outline of the island. Others have noted off-center strikes that make the map or the sailing vessel appear misaligned. These rare flaws transform the coin from a common 25-cent piece into a prized collectible. Condition also plays a major role in value. Coins that circulated heavily will show scratches, wear, and loss of detail, which lowers their worth. On the other hand, Guam quarters that have been kept in uncirculated condition, with sharp detail and original shine, are far more valuable. Professional grading services often examine these coins and assign them grades, with higher grades bringing much higher prices at auction. A Guam quarter with a rare error, preserved in pristine condition, can truly astonish collectors with its value. Part of what makes this coin even more interesting is the history behind the program itself. The State and Territory Quarters program brought millions of new people into coin collecting because it made the hobby fun and accessible. Children and adults alike searched through their change to find every design. The Guam quarter came near the end of this legendary series, making it an important piece of the overall story. Because it represents a U.S. territory rather than a state, it already stands out as unique. Add in rarity, errors, and condition, and you have a recipe for one of the most desirable modern coins in circulation. Think about the excitement of discovering one of these rare Guam quarters. You could be going through rolls of coins from the bank, or even checking the change from your latest purchase, and suddenly spot something unusual. That moment of discovery is what makes coin collecting so thrilling. Every coin has a story, and sometimes that story comes with a reward far greater than you might imagine. And now it is time for the part you have been waiting for, the value reveal. While most Guam quarters are still worth only their face value, the rarest examples with dramatic minting errors and perfect preservation can command incredible prices. In fact, one of these remarkable Guam State quarters from 2009 has reached an outstanding value of $73,000. Yes, $73,000 for a single quarter. That is the magic of this hobby, finding treasure in the smallest and most unexpected places. So the next time you come across a Guam quarter, take a closer look. It could be far more than loose change. That wraps up today's journey into the story of the Guam quarter. If you enjoyed learning about this coin and its surprising value, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss another discovery. Thank you for watching, and as always, happy collecting.